Have you ever wondered about the severity of curses mentioned in the Bible, specifically Deuteronomy 28:15? Today, we're unraveling this biblical enigma. In the dusty pages of Deuteronomy, God establishes a covenant with Israel, setting out commandments to be followed. Disobedience, he warns, will lead to dire consequences, thus the mention of curses. But it's pivotal to understand the cultural and historical backdrop of this era. This was a time when the societal norms were vastly different from today. God's people were freshly navigating their identity, and his direct, often punitive relationship with them was a reflection of those times. This covenant, if viewed through the lens of our modern world, might seem harsh. However, it was a guiding framework for a fledgling nation finding its footing. However, this was during the Old Testament times, a period characterized by a direct and often punitive relationship between God and his people. As we move into the New Testament, the relationship between God and humanity takes a different turn. Here, God communicates with us through Jesus Christ, whose teachings pivot around love, forgiveness, and compassion. Now consider the curses we discussed from the Old Testament. They're not threats of divine retribution, but rather, they serve as warnings against the negative outcomes of disobedience. It's like a loving parent cautioning their child against playing with fire. Jesus, on the other hand, offers us a path to salvation and liberation from the shackles of sin. He invites us to live a life that's rich in love, mercy, and understanding. So when we revisit the phrase, "curses Jesus," but if you do not listen to me and do not put all these commandments into practice, it's not a call to live in fear. Instead, it's an invitation to live a life of love and hope.